Hey guys, so here's your stuff for the Wednesday the 24th. Warm-up's pretty simple. 2 rounds through mountain climbers. Get the foot right up by the hand. Trying to get ready to squat. I usually try to keep these like a stretch and then kind of speed them up as I get warm. More to try to get the hips loose and then kind of heart rate as well. But usually with warm-ups, I kind of speed them up as I go. So start slow, just try to get moving, and then as I get more comfortable and looser, speed things up, get the heart rate up. Yeah, air squats. Okay, so just might be a little stiff and sore to start, but always keep them kind of concentrating on how they look. When you do the squat hold, we're just trying to stay tight. Chest up. Here's where you can even kind of move around. Kind of, if you have a video going on, you can kind of check things, make sure that you're in a good spot. So if I can kind of see myself doing this, I'm gonna reach up, chest up, push knees out a little bit, heels on the ground, and then getting out of that squat hold, we want to just drive up like a proper squat, and not kind of do a squat hold and then go and come up like that, right? So still, whenever you're doing anything, you try to improve your squat. You know, train it like you're lifting something heavy, even though it's not heavy. Okay, so for the strength, you're going to be doing 6 sets. It's a little bit different for everyone, depending on the equipment you got. So you're going front squats, and then superset are coupled with jumping air squats. So you're going to do front squats, so loose grip, elbows up, right? You might take a couple fingers off. What I'm trying to do is get this part of my arm parallel to the floor with a barbell, right? Obviously this PVC would rest on the shoulders if I had a barbell, but I'm doing the number of reps changes based on what weights you have at home and how you're doing this. But for some people, you're going to be able to add weight. So you're going to do 10 reps, and you're going to start pretty comfortable weight. And you're going to basically build and build and build to that 6 set. Should be a kind of a max of 6. And you also have to clean the bar up, so that also might not let you lift so much weight. But 10, obviously, you should be able to clean it up if you're going to do 10 squats. But so just get the bar up to your shoulders. If you're adding weight, you're going to do 10 reps. Right away when you're done, you're going to put the bar down, drop it, place it down, whatever you can do at home. And you're going to do 15 jumping air squats right away. Alright, so those should start out pretty comfortable because you just dropped a lot of weight, but then they should really go up towards the end. So the idea is tired legs. Try not to give yourself a break between those front squats and the jumping air squats. The idea is to do them when your legs are already jacked up. After the jumping air squats, then you can take as much rest as you need. Okay? So you're going to do, so like I said, if you have a bar and you have a bunch of little weights, able to change it as you go, you can do 10 reps. If you don't have a lot of weight, and whether if you're using a dumbbell, kettlebell, or barbell that you only can sort of keep the weight the same, you're going to do 15 reps. So you might even need to adjust a bit more than that, but 15 reps of just regular front squats, just like I did. Say I had a weight that I think I don't have a lot of weights, I can only do that. I'm just going to do 15 every time. If you do it right, really make those jumping air squats quick right after, that should get you. But so if you're doing goblet squats, you're either holding the kettlebell like this, right? Or you're going to hold it like this. Okay, so 15, or I'm going to hold a dumbbell like this. Okay, so most likely if you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, or not a lot of weight, you're going to do 15. and then adjust a little bit, right? So if you, it might be, you might have a goblet squat, a dumbbell that's heavy, or kettlebell that's a little bit heavy. You might have to do less, but I think that might be a good guide for most. As long as you're doing the jumping air squats right after, then it's a good, it's gonna get you, okay? So 6 sets, rest after the jumping air squats. For the WOD, there's a 200-meter run after every movement. You're going 3 times through. The pistols are those one-legged squats. So 50 is a lot. We rarely do that many pistols in a row. And then obviously 3 rounds. So I think, you know, it's going to be a tough it's tough to really try to like get, you know, make them really hard on yourself. So if you don't have great pistols, and then you sometimes you do some RX or whatever, but it takes you a while to do them, or one leg really struggles, you're not going to be able to get through this workout. So you're going to have to kind of back off the difficulty level a little bit, especially if you struggle with them, to be able to keep moving. We don't want to make them so easy that they're pointless, but most likely you're going to be using a box or a bench or something to sit to, and so I can sit to the blocks, keeping that foot off the ground, and stand up. Just to make that harder, without even having to lower the box, I'm just going to sit to it and come back up without actually putting my weight on it for very long, right? I'm going to alternate legs, so there's my sitting version, and there's my tapping version. Still, both help me out a little bit, but that second version was a little bit easier. I mean, sorry, a little bit harder. It might turn into the other version. If I want to get this box lower, I could stand on a couple. So if I raised up something, you know, stand on a couple plates or books or whatever, this bench would become lower. If I'm standing higher, the bench becomes lower. You could also hold on to something, but the full RX version is hip crease below the knee, right? So when same as a regular squat, when I get down to the bottom, right? And I let that foot touch. I shouldn't let that front foot touch. Might help to warm up a lot more. But I think when you're done your front squats and your jumping air squats, your hips are going to be nice and loose. Knees are going to be kind of comfortable, warm. So pistols should be a little more ready. So yeah, so just, you're going to be alternating. 50 is a lot, so it might take you a while to get through them, so don't make them so hard. Yeah, then you're going to always run 200 meters in between. So what that should do is kind of break up the thing. So you're never doing a movement that you're like when you get back from the run, you're doing sit-ups, and that other than heart rate being high, your sit-ups should be pretty fresh. So then you're going to do 40 sit-ups. You can use the ab mat, so you can put the mat under your back, or a pillow under your back, lower back. Touch your toes. Okay, so you can use momentum, you can use straight legs, you can use bent knees and feet together. Usually this is the way we kind of go to if we don't kind of say it. But if you want, you can use straight leg ones. Use momentum though, 40 is a lot if you're going to be trying to do them strict and kind of no momentum. Then you're going to go for another 200-meter run. You're always using that same mark today, so spend some time kind of getting that distance right before you start. And then shoulder overhead. So it's 30 reps. It's a lot, so it's going to be 15 on each side. If you're doing a one-sided movement, you might be doing a two-sided movement. So if it's a dumbbell, I'm going to be doing, okay, so a push press or a push jerk. Should be something that I can do, you know, maybe to get through 30, I break once. I should be able to do 15 on one side, 15 on the other side. If the weight's right for me to do two-handed. Okay, maybe if it's a little heavy for me to do it with one hand. I'd rather do it with one hand if it's comfortable with one hand. If I've got a bar, right, just make sure that I don't got a lot of weight be able to do like, say, you know, like I said, break up 30 with a set of 15 and a set of 15 in the first round or something like that, minimum, because that means that next round it's going to be 10s and the next round is probably going to be less than that. So it's a lot of reps, so you can't make anything too difficult that you're kind of getting stuck, okay? We don't want to start off with it so difficult that we're taking the weight off and taking the weight off. I'd rather just start the workout kind of a comfortable difficulty of pistol, sit-ups or kind of sit-ups, but and then shoulder overhead. I'd rather it be a little bit lighter, a little bit faster. That's going to keep you guys going, okay? So it should be a simple one, but it should be hard to keep moving.